Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fantastic episode of the first hour with your host, Chance Paladin. And joining us a little later, he's still taking his nap, is Ringo the Cat. Continuing on our horror travels around the world. This game on howlongtobeat.com has this developer pegged as RedCandleGames. And they are another group from Taiwan. Their other game they made is it was called Detention. I think it was a pointy clicky. They had 12 employees, so very small. I thought they were Hong Kong, but they're actually Taiwan. So if this game maybe seems familiar, or maybe it doesn't seem familiar and you've never heard of it, it was banned off of just about everything for having an offensive to the Chinese Communist Party Easter egg that most people wouldn't get, but suffice to say it's there. And since I don't believe in censorship, I supported this game wholeheartedly. I paid full price for it directly from them, so that the money went to them, and all that jazz. So yeah, oh man, I hope I don't have to sneeze. So RedCandleGames, this came out in February 19th, 2019. As I said, it was on Steam for a couple days. And then they pulled it. I think they tried to, they apologized and said it was an accident and stuff, which they always say. They'll always say that you have to say that, or you'll get disappeared. But, since they have police all over the planet. And then you could sail the seven seas and get the game for a while. But then these days, I think with all of the bad stuff that you could get download online on accident, if you are going to pick up this game, do not sail the seven seas to pick this game up. You can buy it directly from them. Yeah, let's pull up the website as we're going in the background and as the game's getting started. RedCandleGames.com. You can pick up Detention, which is their first game, and then Devotion, which is their second one. I don't know if they're working on a third one or if they had to dissolve due to the depression. But yeah, you can pick up both of their games pretty affordable. This isn't sponsored by them or anything. I just I believe in standing against censorship, and this is surprising. I don't know if I should say surprisingly or unsurprisingly. I'm sick of just shitty video games. This is if you're into horror shenaniganery, this one is very scary, very disturbing. Follows. Now I'm not sure if this story takes place. I think that's just an art asset that's screwed up. Now I'm confused if this game takes place in Hong Kong or Taiwan. I feel really stupid now. This whole time I thought this was taking place in... Anyway, suffice it to say, of course, maybe if I was just reading everything, I would have remembered it by now and wouldn't act dumb. But, according to How Long to Beat, this takes about 3.5 hours. I don't know if I agree with that or not. There's two kind of weird things that can happen. Yeah, I think that's an art asset that's just screwed up there. The before you could buy this direct, and sailing the 7 seas was the only way to get it. There was a lot of patches that fixed a lot of stuff, and I'm not sure how much of that translated. You see, this game gets very weird very quick. It's not a room. Well, it is like a room repeating, but it's not like the traditional room repeating bullshit that seems to have been done just a billion times by now, where you can tell, you know, the developer is just setting triggers over and over and over and over again. This game has got a lot of jump scares, by the way. Yeah. It does reuse the same rooms to an extent. However, you can forgive it because it's showing the room in different time periods. Also, I don't know if this was made in Unreal or Unity. I apologize. The way that everything is flipping around, I'm assuming this was made in Unreal. It does reuse the same room over and over and over and over and over. But it's the room in different time periods, and you can kind of openly travel between them. So it doesn't feel like you're kind of confusedly progressing. Hold on, I just remembered something. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, where was I? A very spooky game, lots of jump scares. Repeats the same rooms. The mirrors don't reflect you, but they do reflect the room. And I think this was designed on purpose because the game really doesn't want you to know what you look like, and there's a narrative reason for that. I've played through this twice. It actually is oddly replayable, and that's because the game doesn't really waste your time. There's some reason I was supposed to be looking in that mirror, but I don't remember now. So you really can beat this in under 2.5 hours if you know what you're doing. I suspect there's some extra dialogue that I missed on my second playthrough, and so it probably is like a little bit longer of a game. But yeah, putting things around and moving things around kind of triggers his memories, and you can see like the room just updated. He's kind of remembering things for some reason. I think he's like living a very I'm not actually. I don't completely understand the narrative reason for how or why he's able to travel around. And why exactly he's being put through this hell that he's being put through. To be honest, I don't know. But suffice it to say, he fucked up. Sort of like, I don't know, is there really a narrative reason in Silent Hill, why everybody's going through their torture? They had a fucked up life, and so they're being psychologically tortured. So that's what we're going with. And, you know, I never got to play PT. And I know PT was quite the phenomenon. I did watch a lot of people play PT. I was not a hater. I actually like that idea of kind of you know, live, die, repeat kind of. And I liked the idea of him kind of putting his house back together, then kind of like, you know, the painful memories. It's like he's unpacking, he's putting things on the wall, he's kind of remembering everything. Yeah, you can't really think too hard about why he's being psychologically tortured, because that's just kind of the narrative way they have of kind of retelling the story, kind of unraveling the mystery. I'm gonna say a lot because I want people to play this, and I don't want to spoil the story. I am kind of bummed now. Holy fuck, this game is even me just watching this game is just fucking spooky as hell. I can't really necessarily say that you're in any danger, but the gore and the horror of this is so intense that I have had nightmares worse than this game, but not much worse. I've only had a few really worse than this game. They don't overdo it way too much on the motion blurring. The motion blurring is almost too much. But I take some meclizine and I fucking deal with it. Even though the game is very, very, very upsetting, this story is really upsetting. Oh, here's when he gets his lighter. The lighter is how you see. Very similar to tortured souls. I have a feeling I keep saying that I keep screwing up the name of the game. Tormented Souls, damn it. It's sort of like Tormented Souls, how you walk around with a lighter. You walk around with a lighter in this game too. Helps you see. The lights go out a lot and it's spooky and it's nice to have a lighter. There was some dialogue that I missed this go around where you're on the other side of a window listening, and their two characters are talking about you, and usually there's like some bullshit, how do I say this, some like bullshit contrived reason why somebody is staying with their abuser. And I was really surprised that this game seemed like it actually had like a culturally relevant reason for why the why the spouse would stay with the abuser. See, also his face is like slashed off of everything or cropped out of everything. I think they intentionally want you to really picture who you are. I think that's really cool. This is the little connect, if you haven't figured it out by now, this is the little connective area between the hub and your flat. And it kind of clues you in as to what years you're going into. Oh yeah, there's only really 2 major puzzles in the game. And I needed a walkthrough for both of them. The first one is I didn't kind of understand. Oh god, this is so freaky. They retell the segments with like these freaky wooden dolls, which are somehow even freakier than normal wooden dolls. That's supposed to be the man and the wife. Somewhere in one of these. Oh, you can tell by the way on the left. There's tons and tons of things to find and read. Tons and tons of things to find and read. I didn't even come close to finding them all. I don't know how the hell you do find them. Oh god, so freaky. These guys move around. Ah, see? That every time you turn around, that doll moves. It is so damn freaky. I think, I can't remember like if she like starts following you around. Anyway, there's and then they're in here. There is so many hidden texts. And I think there's a bunch of hidden conversations too. Like I said, I actually think I found more of them my first playthrough because you can get in that cabinet. And I had a hard time getting into that cabinet. So I needed a walkthrough for that. But even if you know the password to get into the cabinet, you actually cannot get into it until you've actually found, like legitimately found where the password is. However, my first playthrough, I don't think I realized that I had got the password. I was looking at all over, I remember I was looking all over the paintings, thinking it was in the paintings. And it's not, it's actually in a letter you get. And so if you don't get all the letters, or if you don't find the right letters, you don't find the password, you can't open the cabinet. And you end up with 3, oh, see, he's following you around again. You end up with, but he doesn't know that you're there. You're kind of like following the story. So, they're like not aware of you there. But then that's super creepy. Like all of the husbands and all the wives are there because it's like all the different all the times that they would like to watch her in her room and see how she's doing. They're like a really loving family. Yeah, 'cause it's her like birthday, I think. They're a really loving family, but there's all these like different cultural dynamics in play. Because the wife is an actress. She's like a really pretty actress. But she quits. This is one of the rare times you get to go in the bathroom. And creepy hands. Creepy hands on the... I forgot about this. So yeah, you kind of stumble around until you figure out what you're doing. You gotta put the piano things on there. And then the piano plays. Because you're kind of like reliving memories, right? So... I liked how there's just so many cultural reasons. Try to see if you can burn the balloons, but you can't. Her face is cropped off a lot of things too, which is weird. It's an interesting design choice. But they really loved her. But the mom quit her work as a very successful actress. She was like giving up jobs so she could stay home with the kid. The father's a writer, but he wasn't really having a lot of success selling his stories, I think. But instead of just this is so creepy. But instead of letting his wife go, the doll gets very, very angry. And the daughter wants to grow up to be like the mom, and she doesn't understand why her dad's upset all the time. And she doesn't understand why her mom's not happy. But the daughter's also sick. I know I'm probably just going to keep saying this over and over and over again, but there's so many like crazy cultural things in this. Oh, but by the way, the funny thing about that TV is we had a TV like that when I was a kid. For a very brief amount. Hey, it's our co-host. Our co-host, Ringo the Cat. Hello. Oop, sorry, buddy. There goes my water bottle. We had a TV like that, but it caught fire as they did, and they were made of wood. So when they caught fire, they really caught fire. So seeing that TV was a huge blast from the past. I certainly don't know how they allowed anybody to have those TVs in their house. Especially in like apartments and stuff. Man, you could burn the whole frickin' place down with one of those damn TVs. And those TVs were expensive as all get out, so like you could tell like the family had money at some point. But they had just fallen on hard times, and the daughter's sick, and they oh yeah, we're to the part of the game where there's balls being thrown around. And the ball can roll around on its own. This game's got really impressive coding. So here's kind of telling you the story of the girl being sick and them trying to do medicine on her. And the ball stops. Trying to give her medicine, but a lot of it hinges that she was on this game show, and it's a singing game show, and another gal wins the show every time, and what it slowly tells you through the narrative, I don't understand the X's on their window, or if they were just taping their window in case the storms. Not really sure. But yeah, a chunk of this story is about the daughter trying to win the game show. She's trying to beat a gal. Oh, you can go back in the bathroom again. Uh-oh. This is one of the first gnarly parts. So, if you're squeamish, don't look. This game has got some very, very squeamish, flashy, blurry. Okay, it's over. Very intense game. Very, very intense. I'm trying to alternate between like really, really, really psychologically intense and kind of action-y. Here's where this is kind of like the representative of her having all these injections, trying to get better. And later it talks about how she doesn't want to take her medicine and stuff. This story is emotional on so many levels. Some of the best storytelling, compacted, chest tightness, difficulty breathing. They don't really know what to do with her. Oh yeah, you gotta put the x-ray together, that's right. Well, somewhere around here I go put the x-ray together. Yeah, I don't know what she has. There's just so much storytelling in this. Here we go. Little puzzles like this, nothing crazy. Like I said, there's only 2 spots in the game that you can really get stuck. Like I said, one's kind of a cultural thing where you're supposed to put some stuff in a pot. And I didn't understand the whole like putting things into a pot. I didn't get it. And so you gotta superimpose the x-ray. Here we go. I didn't understand like the cultural importance of putting things in the pot, so I didn't get it. And then I watched the walkthrough and I'm like, oh, you're literally like putting things in the pot like it said, and I'm like, oh, that's so stupidly obvious. Like but that's the problem with like immersion. I don't get it sometimes. To me it's like, oh, there's a pot there. Well, I don't think I understood that thing was a pot. And that was the pot it was talking about, because it looks like just a big... It looked like a big drum. So I didn't realize it was a pot. By the way, in this game, you don't only repeat the same room over and over again. Visiting the room in the three timelines is important, and it's how it tells the main story of what happens in the house. But you do adventure out of the house quite a bit, because he does have to go, take her to the doctor. You go see things like that. I think this is him taking her to the doctor, maybe. And that's why it's red, because... Oh, yeah. Here's some of the Easter eggs, by the way. Well, there's I think that's the one in question that was upsetting people. The artwork is very, very well done in this game. So, I'm not really sure what else I have to say about this one. It gets into the unsettling stuff right away. Here's the game show, which a huge chunk of the story revolves around. There's some really pretty singing in this. they did an amazing job. And I think as the story progresses, it shows you more and more of this episode. And it explains more and more about how she's in competition. The other gal's always won. And I can't remember if them being like in different towns or from different towns. Not different like castes, but like different social levels or something. I can't remember if that plays into it or not. But there's a lot of different dynamics there of why the competition was so important. Not only to boost her self-esteem, but it would have given her some, oh yeah. If you have fear of drowning, you might want to look away. Especially if your fear of drowning is drowning in blood. Don't try to hold your breath. I almost, oh yeah, and then, yeah. Spooky gal was hiding above you. Even watching this is it's very very heavy. That's why I try to alternate between games. This game, as far as I know, only has one ending. I keep forgetting if I said this. Tormented Souls has multiple endings, 3 or 4 endings. Was it Yoshiwara Hospital has 2, 3, 4 endings also. I don't know because I haven't finished it how many endings Medium has. The Medium. I think I accidentally, when I was recording this, I think I accidentally like hit a little restart there. I probably took a break and restarted and forgot to edit it. Oh, and so here we go. Here starts the... Really, this kind of starts the beginning of the game. So you have 1980, 1986, or wait, 1985 and 1986. And you're really... You can tackle them in any order because you have to revisit them a few times. But it's nice because they're nice and close to each other, and the rooms are really small. So backtracking. Oh boy, look at the friggin'... Now we're dealing with the chairs. Believe it or not, I think I actually do want to go play through this again. I love how these chairs get out of the way. I don't know how they made this game, but the mechanics of this game are so good. Look how many, like, notes that I've missed. It's just ridiculous. I don't even know where they all are. And I also like how, you know, one of them there's a storm, one of them it's fine. This one, I don't know, they're having... I think he's just having another mental break. He's really screwed up. You don't really find out why until the end of the game. But, I choose to believe that he's just, reliving all of the trauma that he put everybody through. I don't think he has a curse on him or anything. I think he just has to relive this trauma. And opened some bad doors with the thing he did. Oh, there's the little combo lock. But you, the password's on my favorite picture. So you would think that that's on a picture somewhere, but it's actually on a note that you find. I want to say it's like one of her birthday notes or something. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go. Here we go again. He's working on a story, I think. And you're pounding on the wall, trying to get his attention. But he's not paying attention, but the daughter is saying, hey, there's some noises coming through this hole. But it's the dad trying to pound on the wall, trying to get his own attention to stop working on, like, fussing about his bills. And ripping up, like, his rejection letters and stuff. He's, like, pounding on it. Saying, like, hey, just go live with your family. Just be with your wife and your daughter. I mean, his wife's beautiful, and it's like he's got a daughter, and his daughter's really talented and stuff. It's like, but he's just wrapped up in his own world. I really thought that connect the dots was like part of the password, but it is not. So this game is one of the games where I kind of developed a meme of like teeth and, well, not a meme, it was kind of like an inside joke about the teeth and eyeballs bingo, because all these games seem to have like teeth and eyeballs. I can't remember if this one has a lot of teeth, but this one has a lot of eyeballs later. That's the oh, I think there's a time element to this game too. I think things in the past that you do in the room might change things in the future. So like there's a camera tripod there, and you need to get the camera and put the camera on the tripod, I think. Yeah, there's tons and tons of backstory and tons of different things to listen to. Lots of innuendo. And anyway, I feel like I'm going to cut the video here, because if you like it, you like it. If this isn't something that's interesting to you, it's not going to get interesting. I like it because there's no combat. It was nice to kind of peacefully walk around, well, as peacefully as you can with all this nope stuff going on. But I really oh yeah, every time you find something out, it adds something to the cork board to kind of let you know how you're progressing. So you have like a visual indicator of if you're progressing or not. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've said everything I'm gonna say about this. Very rewarding, very rewarding, sweet, bittersweet sort of a game. It does make me wish that PT is kind of weird. But I do think there's like a space. Oh, there's the big pot, by the way. I'm such a dum-dum. The first time I played this, I didn't realize that was a pot. I thought it was a drum was in the kitchen for some reason. Even though in all the text they explain it. See, poem attached to wine pot. And then it gives you the hints there of the things that you're supposed to put in the pot. But, yeah, I don't know. I just don't get immersed enough sometimes. So if you do play this, which I highly recommend it if you're into horror, there's kind of my big hint for you is you're supposed to put things in the pot. And it gives you the hint of what to do, and since you can travel through time to the different points, you should be able to find everything you need to. Oh, the doll's floating and very angry. Take a couple meclizine if you get motion sick, but it's not too bad. And there's just tons of just great content and art to go through. So yeah, see the poem attached to the wine pot tells you what's supposed to go in there. You can't get in there anymore. You can only get in the cupboard in a certain time frame. Or in a certain part of the timeline. And all the pictures of you are scraped out. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna leave everybody with this, because if you've seen it by now, you know, you'll understand if you like it or not. So anyway, I appreciate you all, and this is Devotion. And again, you can find it on RedCandleGames. Highly suggest, you know. Oh, the doll is very creepy. I highly suggest checking it out. Maybe if enough people get it, maybe someday they'll... I don't know if they're together or not. Maybe they'll make another one. They're clearly extremely talented. And this game tells the story through tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of different ways. I try to leave with like a little zinger. I'll leave y'all with this little zinger. You hit the little buttons. And tells the story. Tells another part of the story in this little automated robot dollhouse. So I'm gonna leave you with this, and spend Chance Paladin, Ringo the cat, and buy my books. And I appreciate y'all, and leave a thing down in the comments if you want me to check out any more games, and look forward. I got a ton more of these in the works, trying to alternate between a psychological one and an action one. So I appreciate y'all, and I will talk to you later. Bye.